Welcome back to the Football Forecast. Wednesday, July 1st, and the round of 32 is delivering everything we hoped for and more. Tonight we have two more knockout fixtures that combine European quality, African belief, and the unique noise of a home nation in full voice behind their team. Belgium face Senegal at BC Place in Vancouver at 4 p.m. Eastern. Then the United States take on Bosnia and Herzegovina at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles at 8 p.m. Eastern. Win or go home, that is the only rule that applies from this moment. Before we get into the breakdowns, here is what makes both matches tonight so much more compelling than they look on paper. Senegal just beat France, 1-0, in a World Cup match. They are the first African nation to beat France at a World Cup since 2002, and the first to beat France in any competitive match in years. They lost to Norway in their opener, but then beat Iraq, and then beat France. That bounce back after the Norway loss tells you something very important about the character inside this Senegal squad. They do not stay down. And now they face Belgium, a Belgium side who beat Senegal 3-0 in the 2018 World Cup. History says Belgium. Recent reality says Senegal fear nobody. And across the Atlantic, USA have the most dominant group stage record of any team in this tournament. 9 points. 9 goals scored. Just 1 conceded. They are perfect. But Bosnia arrive at SoFi Stadium with Edin Dzeko, 40 years old. Bosnia's all-time leading goalscorer, playing what might be the last World Cup match of his life. He does not want to go home. And here's my personal take on this match day. Senegal beating France wasn't a fluke. It was a statement about how far African football has come. And USA's perfect group stage is impressive, but Bosnia have nothing to lose and everything to gain. That makes both matches far more dangerous for the favourites than the rankings suggest. Let us get into both matches. Match 1, Belgium vs Senegal. BC Place, Vancouver. Belgium's golden generation has been chasing a World Cup title for a decade. Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, Jan Vertonghen, Axel Witsel. This squad has carried the weight of being one of the best teams in the world without a major trophy to show for it. This is their tournament. This is the squad that can finally deliver. And Belgium have been efficient and controlled throughout the group stage. Their 5-1 demolition of New Zealand showed the attacking firepower they are capable of at full intensity. The goalless draw with Egypt showed they can absorb pressure and stay disciplined when the opponent asks questions. And the win over Iran to top Group G showed they know how to close out a knockout-style match when their backs are against the wall. On team news for Belgium, Kevin De Bruyne is fit and available. That one statement changes the entire analysis. When De Bruyne is fit and in form, Belgium are a genuinely different team. His passing range, his ability to find Lukaku in the penalty area with perfectly weighted deliveries, and his movement into late central positions from deep, makes him the most tactically influential player in this match. Rudy Garcia has managed his squad carefully through 3 group games, rotating where he could without risking results, and he arrives at BC Place with his core players physically ready for 90 minutes of knockout intensity. Jeremy Doku provides the wide dynamism on the left. His pace and his direct dribbling give Belgium a vertical threat. Amadou Onana behind De Bruyne provides the defensive cover that allows De Bruyne to take his attacking risks. Yuri Tielemans, the captain, controls the deeper midfield tempo. And Leandro Trossard, fresh from an outstanding Champions League run with Arsenal where he assisted 5 goals, adds creativity and delivery from wide areas. The head-to-head history between these nations in World Cup football is completely one-sided. 28 in Russia. Belgium 3, Senegal 0. Dries Mertens scored. Eden Hazard scored. Eden Hazard scored. Romelu Lukaku finished it off. That result carries historical weight, but it was 8 years ago, with largely different squads on both sides. And the match is being played today, not in Senegal. Let us talk about what Senegal have built under Pape Theo, because it is genuinely impressive. They lost 2-0 to Norway in their opening match. A defeat that put them in a difficult position before their campaign had barely started. Their response was to beat Iraq 3-1 in a controlled, clinical performance, and then produce the result that shook the entire tournament, a 1-0 win over France. European champions. The team with 10 goals scored in 3 group games. Sadio Mané and his teammates held their structure, defended their penalty area, found their moment, and won. That result was not a defensive masterclass alone. It was a statement about collective confidence and the ability to execute a game plan against a team of France's caliber. Main as the player, Belgium's coaching staff will have spent the most preparation time planning for 2 goals in the group stage. His ability to receive the ball in tight spaces, drive at defenders from wide positions, and arrive in the penalty area from deep makes him the most dangerous individual in this match. Kalidou Koulibaly anchors Senegal's defensive line with the authority and physical presence of one of the best centre-backs in the world over the past decade. Edouard Mendy between the posts provides experienced shot-stopping reliability. Pape Matar Sarr is the engine in Senegal's midfield press. His energy and his ability to win the ball quickly in transition have been crucial to how Senegal set up their defensive shape. The key tactical battle tonight is De Bruyne versus Senegal's midfield structure. Senegal against France demonstrated they can deny the most creative midfield in world football time and space. De Bruyne is a similar threat from a different position. If Senegal's midfield block prevents De Bruyne from receiving cleanly and turning, Belgium's attack loses its primary creative outlet and becomes far more reliant on individual moments from Doku or Lukaku holding up play. If De Bruyne finds the space between Senegal's defensive and midfield lines, he will find Lukaku. That is always Belgium's most reliable route to goal. Lukaku versus Koulibaly is the individual battle that defines this match defensively. The two of them know each other from European nights, from previous international meetings. Koulibaly is one of the few defenders in the world who can match Lukaku's physical presence and come away neutral from those aerial and hold-up duels. If Lukaku wins those battles, if he gets the ball into his feet and can turn, Belgium are creating chances. If Koulibaly wins them, Senegal can break quickly through Main and Ismaïla Sarr on the counter. I want to highlight something about this Senegal side that the stats don't fully capture. They have the psychological edge of having already beaten the European champions. That's not just confidence, that's a belief that no opponent is unbeatable. Belgium have the quality, but Senegal have the fearlessness. In knockout football, fearlessness often trumps quality when the game is tight in the final 20 minutes. Our assessment: Belgium have more individual quality across more positions. De Bruyne, in a knockout match, is the most important player on the pitch. But Senegal have shown they can beat anyone in this tournament. The France result is not a fluke. It is evidence of a team operating at the peak of their tactical discipline and collective belief. Senegal will get their opportunities on the counter, and if Main scores early, Belgium will feel genuine pressure. Belgium win this 2-1 or 1-0, with De Bruyne and Lukaku combining for the decisive goal. But Main will test Belgium's right side at least twice, and if he converts one of those chances, this becomes a completely different match in the final 30 minutes. Now let us move to match 2. USA versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. SoFi Stadium, Los Angeles. 8 p.m. Eastern. 68,000 seats at SoFi Stadium, one of the most architecturally stunning venues at this entire World Cup. And on Wednesday evening, it will be packed overwhelmingly. Almost entirely, with American supporters who have watched their national team put together. The best group stage performance of any team in this tournament by goals scored. 9 goals. 1 conceded. 3 wins. Mauricio Pochettino's side have been relentless, direct, and clinical in their attacking play. 4-1 against Paraguay. 2-0 against Turkey. 3-0 against Australia. Each win was controlled and convincing. Christian Pulisic has been the attacking leader and the personality of this tournament run for the United States. 2 goals in the group stage, but more importantly, his ability to drive at defenders from central positions, his press-leading intensity from the front, and his vision to find runners in behind defensive lines have made him the most influential American player at any World Cup since Landon Donovan's era. Folarin Balogun has been the finishing threat to goals in the group stage, and the movement in the box that creates the danger Pulisic's creativity produces. Tyler Adams anchors the midfield defensively, winning the ball and distributing quickly to release USA's wide threats. Weston McKennie provides the engine in the central midfield zone. Gio Reyna adds the creative spark from deep. On team news, USA arrive at this match with no significant injury concerns coming out of 3 group games. Pochettino has been able to rotate where needed while maintaining the attacking intensity. And his core first-choice players, Pulisic, Balogun, Adams, McKennie, are all fit and available. The home crowd at SoFi will be the extra factor in USA's favour. When American football crowds are in full voice behind their team in a knockout match, the energy inside the stadium creates a playing environment that is genuinely different from neutral venue football. Bosnia and Herzegovina. This is their first ever World Cup knockout appearance. Every moment they play in tonight's match is uncharted territory for their football federation, their supporters, and their players. They advance through Group B with a level of gritty, pragmatic resilience that has defined their campaign. A 1-1 draw with Canada, a draw with Switzerland, and then a win over Qatar. They did not score heavily. They did not dominate games. They simply found a way to accumulate enough points to advance, and in tournament football, that is entirely sufficient. Edin Dzeko, 40 years old, Bosnia's captain and their all-time leading goalscorer. He has been at the highest level of club football for 15 years, Champions League football, league titles, one of the most prolific strikers in European football history at his peak. At 40, playing at a World Cup knockout stage, he represents something that transcends football statistics. Every touch he takes tonight is a reminder that some players compete at the highest level, far beyond the age where most careers have ended. Sead Kolasinac, alongside him in defence, provides the experience and leadership of the only other surviving member from Bosnia's 2014 World Cup squad. Amir Hadžimetović in midfield provides the creative quality and set-piece delivery that Bosnia will rely on to build any meaningful attacking moments. His delivery from free kicks and corners is elite. If Bosnia generate dead ball situations inside USA's final third, Dzeko's aerial threat becomes a real danger. Esmir Bajrakdarevic, the 21-year-old born in Wisconsin, who was actually capped by USA in 2024 before choosing Bosnia, adds a fascinating subplot. He knows the American players, he knows the system, and he has nothing to lose. The tactical dynamic is straightforward in outline, but challenging in execution for Bosnia. They will need to defend in a compact low block, absorb USA's high-press intensity for long stretches, and generate counter-attacks through Dzeko's hold-up play and Hadžimetovic's range of passing from deep. The home crowd and USA's momentum will create a noise level and an intensity that makes Bosnia's defensive organization more difficult to maintain than it was against Qatar or Switzerland. These are different conditions requiring a different kind of mental resolve. Here's what I'm watching most closely in this match: Bosnia's ability to stay disciplined in the first 30 minutes. If they can keep USA off the scoresheet until halftime, the crowd starts getting nervous and the pressure shifts. If USA score early, Bosnia's game plan falls apart and we could see a repeat of the Paraguay result. That's the moment that defines this match. Our assessment: USA's group stage form the data points of 9 goals. 1 conceded, 3 wins. Home support makes them the strong side in this match. Across every statistical measure, Pulisic and Balogun will create multiple chances. And USA's press should prevent Bosnia from building sustained attacks. But Bosnia's defensive resilience has kept them in games when they needed to. And Dzeko is capable of producing one moment of quality that any goalkeeper in the world would struggle to stop. USA win this 2-0 or 3-1, with Pulisic and Balogun among the scorers. Dzeko gets his moment if Bosnia find one set-piece opportunity in a dangerous position. The crowd at SoFi will make it special, but USA should advance to the last 16 without going to extra time. 2 more knockout matches. Belgium chasing that first World Cup title with De Bruyne and Lukaku in ABC Play showdown against the team that shocked France. And USA hosting Bosnia at SoFi Stadium with 9 perfect goals behind them and Dzeko's final chapter waiting to be written on the other side. Drop a comment below right now and give me your predictions for both matches. Can Senegal produce another giant-killing result and make Belgium the second European champion to go home this week? And is there any world where Bosnia and Herzegovina leave SoFi Stadium with a result that would shake this entire tournament? Hit subscribe right now and turn on the notification bell. The round of 32 is almost complete, and the quarterfinals are taking shape. We are covering every single knockout match with full tactical and data analysis. Follow us across all our socials for live score updates and real-time post-match reaction tonight. This is the Football Forecast. We will see you in the next one.